Good morning. Today is going to be a very long day. So a couple months ago, Universal was doing this promotion, I guess, where for Florida residents, those who were a Florida resident could buy a 3-day Universal pass for like $100 or something like that. And MJ and I and her parents decided to like get me one of those tickets. I don't remember when this was, maybe around like January, February, but we had until April 30th to use it. Now, I don't know if you remember, but when we were at the Coco Jones concert a couple weeks ago, that was at Universal. That was one of the trips. And we just haven't taken a second one. I have 2 left before the end of April. And I don't know if you know this, today is April 24th. Like, it is the end of April. So we are taking an emergency trip to Universal today. And I'm not really looking forward to it, but like, it's cool. It's cool. Universal's fun. Universal's fun. I've always been a Disney guy, but I'm willing to give Universal another chance. I've always been a Disney person because Disney had smaller roller coasters, or at least easier roller coasters, and Universal always had the big ones and the fast ones, and I don't like roller coasters like that, so I didn't. I never got to appreciate Universal the same way everybody else had.
Good morning. I didn't say good morning. Good morning. Oh, good afternoon. It's 12:36. Good afternoon.
Say good morning. I'll say good morning even if it's 11:30 at night.
We made it. We made it.
We made it. We did the same thing that we did for like Polycon, where she went and got breakfast and I went and got gas. We didn't film it this time.
Yeah.
Because
just imagine the same sequence from Polycon. Just imagine that again. It'd be funny if you were to like to extract that bit and just insert it into this video.
You see how much work I want to do.
But yeah, we're about to get this party started. And then we'll be back here again soon-ish. Before the 30th.
Before the 30th.
And yeah. You look so excited. Come on, let's get going. You made it!
Do not run, walk.
We're going to VillainCon.
Oh yeah!
Take extra care. Soft with plastic shoes.
I haven't. It's been a little bit since I've seen Despicable Me. Fun movie.
Select each player profile image. Then tap your device to the blaster to send.
I feel like I found Enigma's new look.
That's me. And then this is Rick.
Yeah, your score is a bit higher than mine. I've always been bad at like those blaster type games, and even like Toy Story Mania and other ones. I've always been bad at games like that.
I mean, you did pretty good for what it is.
No, we got stopped in the middle of the ride at a point where there was just a boss, so it was just like that's real people. That's so fun. That was a lot of fun. I was a big fan of that. We just did the Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show Race Through New York.
Yeah.
Which honestly, that is what driving in New York feels like. It's like yeah, that's
A lot of property damage in that one.
yeah. I'll be straight with you. I don't like Jimmy Fallon like that. I think he's corny. I think he's
That's why I like Jimmy Fallon sometimes.
no, he's a little too corny for me. He's one of those like random is funny guys, and that doesn't sit too well with me. But that ride, it works so well because you know it's a ride.
Hashtag the panda.
Oh,
You want a picture with hashtag the panda?
not really.
Why not?
Oh,
Let's take
God.
a picture with hashtag the panda.
You can take a picture with hashtag the
Why
panda
can't we do it?
because I don't want to. MJ went on Revenge of the Mummy. I don't like roller coasters, so I'm skipping this one. So I'm just gonna wait out here while she's in there. I don't know if you remember when I told you this morning, I don't like roller coasters, so I never really cared for Universal like that. This is one of the coasters. I went on this as a kid, and that was enough for me to be like, I don't want to come here ever again. And I did it for 10 years. I mean it when I say things. Do you have to touch everything? Do you have to touch everything? But it don't, you're gonna break it. We're saving the world over here. And now what if that was the blow up button? Oh, just, okay. Unblow up. Yeah, I don't like the exposed wires.
Why it got ripped off?
Yeah, but like, that's like their blood vessel.
There's your first challenge.
That's like their entrails.
Yeah, but like, it's not that bad.
No, I think that's pretty gross. Right, bro. Right, bro. We're just. Oh, he put up a thing. Right.
We have your attention to developments. Thank you for your patience.
How am I supposed to get my battle glasses? My glasses.
Oh my gosh.
Did you get to? My glasses. Now we can go to battle.
We're not done. I was like, we're gonna stay because everyone left. We're basically about to get on because like you kind of like circle around here and we're basically right there. Things here.
I feel so violated by Transformers. That was,
What was your experience like?
That was it. Like, I feel like I just got thrown around and they were like, all right, get off. I feel like I just got into a fight like that.
I mean, you did.
Oh my
Don't
goodness.
you think?
I wasn't doing any of the fighting. First of all, that guy needs to learn how to drive forward. I feel like a lot of that ride went backwards. I feel like a lot of that ride, he was just like, oops, gotta bounce. And then he would drive off backwards. I'm
Yeah,
like, dog.
because he engaged like his back thrusters or whatever.
That happened at the end. He was just doing that to do that because he's a little whatever, man. Anyway, Marge Simpson's over there. Jason Bourne, that's where we left. I don't know if I vlogged that. Like, we were walking in. But we went to Jason Bourne. That was really cool. That was it's one of my favorite shows I've been to at a theme park.
I cooked with that, didn't I?
I don't know if I like it more than Circle of Life, but it's definitely up there. It's just, like, technology and art mixing together. That's like my whole thing. So I was a big fan of that. It broke in the middle though.
Well, we did learn a fun fact because it broke in the middle. Do you want to relay the fun fact?
You can say it.
I don't remember.
Okay. Screen's real big. That was a fun fact.
It was like 5,000 something LEDs or something like that.
Oh, so you do remember. It was 5,000 4K LED panels.
Well, I didn't know the rest of that.
Oh,
But
okay.
I knew like 5,000 something.
5,000. It was just 5,000.
Oh.
5,000 LED panels all put together. It's the length of half of a football field and 30 feet high. And everything's proprietary, obviously. But yeah, that's a hell of a screen.
Yeah.
And don't go on it if you get dizzy.
Oh yeah, like if like certain elements of force perspective.
No. Force perspective, no. If you get dizzy at all, don't go on it.
Oh yeah, that's true. Because like my aunt has like motion sickness to the point where being a passenger in a car makes her sick. And like she couldn't watch certain parts of it because it made her want to throw up.
There's certain parts of it where a real life actor is like on stage and the screen is the screen isn't physically rotating, but it's
You feel like it's physically rotating.
like you said, it's force perspective and it's rotating, and that is sickening to look at. It was really cool,
It's all
but it is sickening to look at. It's Optimus Prime.
leaving.
Yeah, let's go back in the garage. Took a quick bathroom break, but now we're I don't know what we're doing next. There was like a little dark room that MJ wanted to head into. I don't know if we're gonna head back over there. We kind of walked away from it for the sake of coming to the bathroom because it's the bathroom that she knew about. So I don't know if we're gonna walk back over there and then whatever. But for like context, you may recognize this little grassy area here as the place where we saw Coco Jones a couple weeks ago. So yeah, we're here. How's your pee?
Fast and efficient.
Good.
I'm thirsty.
Gotta replenish it. You already took it out. Gotta put it back. Oh, okay.
I just think it's so crazy you've never had butterbeer before.
I have. It's just been well over like 10 years Just resets, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, please go.
Maybe I like garlic, I guess. Exactly.
No, not you guys.
Wow, we did do something. That's not bad. I'll talk to you soon.
Yeah, that's how I feel when I get indigestion.
Welcome to the Green Gods.
I feel like this is a good time to say that I've seen like 2 Harry Potter movies. I've never read any of the books. I've never even thought it was that cool, honestly. I was never a Harry Potter person. I know I'm in a minority with that, but like every time they add Harry Potter World to Universal, I'm like, do we need an 8th one? 3? We're 3?
Areas.
There's the one we're standing in now, that's on the island, and there's going to be another one at Epic.
There is, but it's based off of Fantastic Beasts.
Same.
I don't know, some people will argue with you on that. Mars Gold.
So, yeah, do we need another one? It's good to know that even in the world of magic and wizards, capitalism is still around.
Let it be known that Richard Ashby doesn't do roller coasters, and I told him that this wasn't a roller coaster, and I decided to look it up because I just had like this gut feeling, and it's a high-speed, technically roller coaster, but not in the traditional sense. And
There's a drop.
my bad.
This is MJ's last appearance on the floor. Roller coaster. You know, I was never really much of a fan of Simpsons either. I'm sure it's funny, but like, I don't know, I like Family Guy. Anyway, that was fine. That coaster was fine. It had a little bit of a drop in the beginning, but it wasn't the worst I've ever had. I've definitely done worse coasters, which is fine. Everest.
I've yet to do Everest, so I don't really know.
I'd argue that Everest is the most intense thing that Disney has to offer. I'd argue that in terms of like traditional like roller coasters. But yeah, we're walking through Simpsons Land on our way to something
Oh, we
else.
can sit on my lap.
On our way to something else.
Scared the crap out of me.
Me too. Get off the counter. I don't know if you can see that. Right on the last little car, there's a little butt. Wait. Oh. I don't know if this is the absolute best angle of this, but if you look real close, if the camera focuses, maybe if you see it, but there's a little butt. So let me ask you guys a question. Was it today that you found out that apparently SpongeBob is a Universal property? Because it was today when I found that out.
It was actually yesterday, because I showed you the picture that I took with Patrick a couple years ago, and you're like, did they just have him?
The immersion. You're ruining the immersion.
The immersion.
We just got off the Trolls coaster.
Worst wedding experience ever, and it's because like there was a bunch of children that were old enough to just behave, screaming at the absolute top of their lungs, and they're prepubescent, so that pitch was pitching high as hell. And like the picture of like the attraction of like that they take at the coaster, I look like this because I was not having it.
It wasn't great. The ride itself was fine. It was one of those things. I equated it to Slink Dog from Hollywood Studios, where it's like, oh, you kind of just go on it, to kill some time or on your way to something else. But like no one's like pining for it, you know?
Yeah, but you know how I said it's not a sleeper? Because a slink dog will get you, will surprise you. This one, there's no surprises. It's exactly what it looks like.
It did move a little quicker than I thought it would, but it wasn't like slink dog surprise, you know? Because when I got on slink dog for the first time, I was like, oh, this is gonna be easy. And then I was like, oh, got a little kick on it. This had no kick. But that's fine. That's okay. Anyway, we're transitioning parks now. And food?
Yeah, but when we get to the other park.
Come on. The adventure begins.
Yeah.
You might wonder why the adventure's beginning, because we've been here for like all day. But it's because, where are you? Oh.
Wait time, show time, fast forward. English, Español, Portuguese.
Rhode Island's of adventure now. We went to the other park because the ticket is a park hopper. And speaking of the ticket, found out it got extended. Remember at the beginning of the episode where I was telling you that we had to do this 2 times in a week? We don't anymore.
But we can't let
I love
that happen again.
Well, yeah, let's not wait until
May 21st.
Yeah, but it's cool. Now we don't have to do this in a couple of days, and I like that. I love it. This is like a water ride. It's really neat, and like obviously we're in Dr. Seuss land, but it's reminding me of like my least favorite part of today, and it's the fact that I keep getting sprinkled on all day.
Yeah.
I very notoriously hate getting wet. Even if it's sprinkle, if I'm drenched, I hate every single bit of it. I don't do water rides for that reason. But like, I've been sprinkled on so much today. Like, I got sprinkled on Transformers. I got sprinkled on
The stunt show.
I got sprinkled at the stunt show.
At the bank.
I got sprinkled at the bank. We were just walking around and I got sprinkled.
Yeah, because of the water can.
Yeah, like I've been sprinkled so much. I don't like it. I don't like it. I picked the camera back up because I remembered another one. I got sprinkled at Gringotts too.
You said that.
Did I?
Yes.
Oh.
I said Gringotts at the bank, and you're like, yeah. And then another one.
Oh. Well, the same one twice. We're leaving Fun Whimsical Land to go to Dark and Broody Gargoyle Land.
I don't remember the name of it.
That's also me after having a little bit of indigestion. This is like the Greek mythology section of Islands of Adventure, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't know this was here. This is probably one of the cooler looking themed areas to me, and I didn't know it was here. This is a completely, like, the map just opened up. Neat. Well, we stopped for lunch about 30 minutes ago. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, now that the food is done, which didn't take that long, I feel like this is a good time to talk about. Remember back in February when we put out that like audition tape? Never heard back. Never heard back. This is what they missed out on. This is the content. Exactly what I'm doing right now. This is what we would have been doing. Except for today. I'm only just a little salty. It's fine. That's your little update. I don't think I'm gonna hear back, which is why I think I can very confidently say we didn't get it, but that's fine.
We tried.
We tried. I'd rather have tried and not gotten it than like not tried, you know? Yeah. You're feeling better? Kinda. The food was good, I will say that. I was starved out, so I did not film it. I just put it in my mouth. And it was good. It was expensive, but it was good.
I would pay for it because a lot, like I've seen so many things like cheeseburgers, hot dogs, tenders that are around the same price. And I feel like I'm eating something real. So this is like, you know, it was like a pita bread with like a sauce, beef, feta, cheese. There were like 2 different sauces, and I don't remember what they were. But, like it felt like food. It felt like not a cheeseburger, you know, not theme park food. And I'd it's worth the price. Came with chips. I like chips. These are like chips that are meant for dipping sauces though, because like I like it alone, but it will go so hard.
Yes, the castle. This thing's actually a lot bigger than it looks like on Google. I don't even know if this camera's like giving it justice to the actual scale of this thing. Took a ew, your hands are still wet.
Well, I washed them.
I
so
took a, yeah, but dry them. I took a second bathroom break. We took a second bathroom break. What was the last time that I filmed? We went on the lacrosse ride.
The Harry Potter, the Forbidden Journey.
Lacrosse ride. We went and played lacrosse with Harry Potter. I kept my eyes closed for the majority of that.
Yeah.
Because earlier I mentioned that Mummy was the ride that made me stop going to Universal. And I found out that that lacrosse ride also, I have like, there's spiders on that ride. And
Dementors.
well, the spiders is what, specifically what it was. There's spiders on that ride, and I am not a fan of being that close to spiders, especially like big ones. So being on it as a kid, I still have that nonsense.
My favorite ride.
As a kid, I still have that image of the spiders, and I never wanted to be on it again. I didn't know that that ride was the spider ride, so we got on it, and I was like, "Wait, is this the spider ride?" And MJ goes, "Yeah, what about it?" And I was like, "I'm gonna cry." Only a little bit. Only cried a
That
little
kiosk
bit.
is called Natural Selection. Just want to point that out.
Okay, I only cried a little bit. So after that, there's also like ghosts and stuff, which like whatever. Don't you hate when you're playing lacrosse and demons show up? I hate that. Anyway, after that we went to
Flight of the Hippogriff.
oh my goodness,
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you a little bit about
Flight of the Hippogriff,
Yes.
which is
Kid Coaster.
it is actually Slink. We talked about trolls being Slink. It is actually Slink. That's what that is. Yeah. King Kong. That's what we just did. We just did King Kong, and I got wet again.
But like the T-Rex like spat at us twice. It was like a cartoon. It was crazy.
Yeah, we got spit on. It landed in my mouth.
Ew.
It was cold though. I feel like it would have been grosser if it was warm. We're in Toontown right now, and this is fun because I'm 60 years old and I used to read all of these comics in the newspaper. That's right, the newspaper. Do with that as you will. Is this copyright infringement? Universal? You'll be hearing from my lawyers. We're leaving now.
We are.
We're leaving now.
I want my pretzels on, so I'm gonna try to see the Annie's, whatever the auntie pretzel place. Do they have like the cinnamon sugar bites? Because I really want that.
We went on Spider-Man as the last ride of the night, and I got wet again. Like, the theme of the day has just been we got sprinkled on. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. Let's go get these stupid pretzels. Also, there's a bunch of children here.
There's a private event happening. I think it's for them.
Probably. There's like a lot of kids here from like different groups.
Because remember when your brother was here, it was also for a private event that was happening at Universal.
That was Grad Bash.
Was it?
Yeah.
Well, guess what? Grad Bashes happen throughout different days and weeks for like different schools. So that's probably what that is. We're gonna probably be
Lucky little takes.
we're probably gonna be touching on a series of Grad Bashes as like May furnishes, you know.
Yeah, especially since we don't have to be here next week.
Yeah.
We're going to be here in grad season.
Yeah. Well,
Anyway, let's get the stupid pretzels. I think I would do good at The Boys.
Yeah. It will be a fresh perspective coming from a musician instead of I sing, you know. And it's not to shit on anybody, but I feel like some musicians sing. No, I'm not gonna say that right. I'm done talking.
Okay. Also, this thing is spouting water. I don't think I filmed the commercial. It's the Universal Ball. It's spouting water,
Look, that's why we're gonna look at it.
which means one last time. I'm wet. I forgot to film it, but there was a pretzel here. That's all that's left. Okay, we're going home now.
Yeah.
3 parks. Not in a month. I wonder if they actually made the graphic to say 4 parks already. Probably. It's Universal.
We made it to the car. I feel like my knees are about to give up. They feel like they're 2 massive tennis balls. Like they're so irritated and inflamed. But we made it to the car.
She turned 25. Grandma can't really hold up anymore.
Grandma? Grandma? Who you calling grandma?
You, sir.
On Williams Way.
That GPS is a little confused.
Proceed
as
to
where
the
we
route.
are.
In half a mile,
You got
take a
it.
slight right turn onto Tom Williams Way.
She still don't know where we are. We're in the parking garage, so yeah. Well, are we going to Chili's? We are going to Chili's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, get like a little snack.
I mean, if you want.
I mean, we have to try the Morgue of the Month.
You don't have to do
Yes, we do, because we are not gonna get it the day of. I don't think so. Like, and like we have so little days left.
6.
At the next light, turn right.
We'll see you at Chili's.
Keep right.
So there's all this stop traffic. We were on our way, and I was like, oh man, I don't want to take the express lanes, but I'm kind of glad we did. Slow down. I'm kind of glad that we took the express lanes because this is stop traffic and it's going that way for like miles, forwards and backwards. So Siri kind of cooked with the express lanes because we're moving and these folks are not. It's pretty bad. So thank you, Siri. Right. Today, this month's Morgue of the Month is the watermelon babe. She's so pretty. There you go. Have a shot. I'm gonna try it. I knew that, but like that was older than what I thought it was. I gotta give it another sip. I feel like I mostly had just tequila. I'd say 3 watermelons out of 5.
Okay.
Do you want to try it?
Okay. I got a mouthful of salt.
LOL.
We have 5. It's fine.
We've had better margs.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is this bottom of the list?
I don't remember.
I will pull up the list.
Short Chili's trip because we're tired. we're tired. It's like 11. It's not even super duper late compared to like how late we usually stay up, but like it was a long day. And can you believe I like barely closed my rings today? Like ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Anyway, I'm gonna end the vlog here because nothing else is happening. I'm going inside, I'm going to bed. She is in bed now, I guess. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Let's be me, but whoa. Thank you so much for watching. Let's meet back tomorrow for something different. We do actually have some activities tomorrow. Oh boy. Good night.
Good night.
That's what she sounds like. Can you believe this isn't our last Universal day? Isn't that ridiculous? One more, but in May.